In this video, I want to show you how to set up your gradebook if you're a percentage grader. And by percentage, I mean you like to assign specific weights to items. So for example, if exam 1 is 15% of the overall grade, you're a percentage grader. So what you do is go to your course site, go under the gear, go to Gradebook Setup. Here in Gradebook Setup, on this top blue line, you'll see the name of your course. And here under the header Actions, this very top Edit, if you go to Edit Settings, you would change the aggregation from simple weighted mean to weighted mean. Then just hit Save Changes. As soon as you switch to weighted mean of grades, the box comes up where you can assign the percentage. So for example, exam 1, if I want to make that 15%, it defaulted to making everything 1%. You would just type in the number for the value you want it to be and then hit Save Changes. The Save Changes step is very key, so any numbers you type in are retained. Automatically, when you create something on the main course page that's graded, for example a quiz or an assignment or a graded forum, those are going to appear in the grade book. Sometimes you're going to do things outside of As You Learn. You might do in-class quizzing, for example. So sometimes what you need to do is you need a column in the grade book, and then you want to add a grade item. So you would give the item a name, and here under maximum grade, that's just the grading scale, the number of points you want to assign to it. And you can make that any value that you like. And then hit Save Changes. Whenever you add something in the gradebook, it always adds it to the bottom of the list. Occasionally, you may have items that you want to group together. For example, all of these at the bottom, it's not that this one item is 1%. I have journals, and I want the journals to be 20% of the overall grade. Whenever you want to group things together, you're going to click Add Category. You're going to give the category a name, and I would actually leave the aggregation here on simple weighted mean of grades. You can change it to weighted mean, and then you could say this journal is worth more than the other and enter a number, but for most people simple weighted mean works just fine. Then click Save Changes. So in that step, I created the category. I can see it here in the bottom, the journals category, and it has sort of a yellow line. But I don't actually have any of those grade items in that category. So my next step after I've created the category is to move the items into it. Since they already exist, I can just click this box to select them, and then down here at the bottom of the page, move selected items to, and I could select that category. So here I can see that journals on the yellow line, and I could say this is 20% of the overall grade. Now you'll notice I've been entering numbers. These numbers don't add up to 100, so it's very important when you're all done, just double check your math, because when you're dealing with percentages, things should ultimately add up to 100, so you'll want to double check that before you make your gradebook available to students. I hope that helps.